Did you know that businesses that use AI-powered sales and marketing tools generate 500% more leads than those that don't? Guess what? I didn't know that either. And I actually found that stat out by using Google Bard. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how recruiting agencies are using AI powered sales and marketing tools to grow their business. Here's the reality. If you're not using AI tools to help your recruiting business, then you are just flat out leaving money on the table. And in this training, we're going to give you some tools and some strategies that you can use. Now, everything I'm about to share with you is actually from the results of working with recruiters in my Relevant Recruiter program that have actually implemented these strategies and actually generated leads from them. So before we get fully started, make sure you click that little subscribe button so you can get the best tips and tricks for online marketing and lead generation advice and AI advice, specifically for recruiters, executive search professionals, and staffing professionals. So let's dive in. So we talked about Google Bard. I want to dive right into this tool. I love Google Bard. I don't even use Google search anymore. Every time I have a question, I go to Bard because it basically does all the searching and brings it to one spot. Now, here's why I like Google Bard, because you're actually accessing the internet and you're accessing Google search specifically. And so anything that is on the internet, the AI tool has the ability to find that. So how can I use this to generate more leads? Well, I can use Google Bard and give it a prompt to let me know all of the companies that are hiring CFOs in the Boise market. And by giving that prompt in a matter of seconds, you are going to get a list of companies that are hiring for CFOs in the market. Then you can give it another prompt to tailor it in. So maybe when you first give the prompt, it's probably going to create a wide net. Now you can say, hey, give me small to medium-sized companies that have open positions for CFOs. So that's your first step of being able to use Google Bard, is just being able to tap into the internet, tapping in it everywhere and finding out who is actually hiring. And then you can go use your best outreach approach. But what I would do is I would incorporate that Bard effort with another AI powered tool called Talon. And Talon's a little more on the automation side. It's a LinkedIn automation tool and also automates email simultaneously. And so I would take that list of companies that are hiring. I would find the hiring decision makers on LinkedIn, and then I would use Talon to automate my outreach to them and, go put myself on the radar with those companies. So that's a very simple way that you can use AI to start generating more leads that you're leveraged. You're using a tool to do the research for you. You're using another tool to start the conversation and do the outreach for you. Okay, so that's one way that you can use AI for sales and marketing lead generation. The next is, let's talk about Bard again. I use Bard to generate hooks. So what you saw in the beginning of this video was a hook. So I'll go into Bard and I'll say, create me stats around, recruiting agencies struggles when it comes to lead generation. And then I can take those stats and I can create that into a hook for a video, an article, a LinkedIn post. Okay, but again, because I'm using Bard, I can leverage the internet to find me the stats. Now, I actually play with two tools when it comes to actually creating content. So I would go to Bard, use it to create the stat, and then I would go over to ChatGPT, and I would use ChatGPT to actually create the content. I feel like ChatGPT, in my experience, does a better job of actually creating the content than Bard does. And one of the things I love about ChatGPT is you can train it to learn your brand voice. So now within a couple of clicks, if you train it to use your brand voice, you can go and say, hey, ChatGPT, create me a LinkedIn post based off of this hook. And you'll be blown away at what you will be able to generate from that. Now, anybody that's playing the game a little bit long will be able to identify 100% ChatGPT post. They usually have a ton of emojis. They have weird intros like, hey, LinkedIn fam. So the key when you're creating content using ChatGPT is to create it, make sure it's in your brand voice, which you can train it to do. And then from there, you take it, copy it into Google Doc, for example, and then edit it and make it sound a little bit more personalized to you. So that would be best practices in terms of creating content. Use Bard for a little bit of research, use ChatGPT for the actual creation. Now, there is a specific tool called Jasper that you can use that is specifically for marketing content creation that is powered by AI. I've used Jasper before, and I've found ChatGPT to get the job done for me. Okay, so those are a couple of different ways that you can utilize it. Now, I want to talk about a couple of tools very specific to the recruiting industry. And the first one would be Pager. If you're not using Pager, I'd 100% recommend that you get all in on Pager. Pager has ways where it identifies open positions in your market. It will identify new acquisitions, new funding, change of positions at key positions. And it basically provides a bunch of indicators for you on some good times to do some outreach for prospecting and business development. And when you set the tool up, it automatically notifies you in your email box about what to be aware of. Now, it also does a great job of identifying content that your market would consume. So you easily have shareable content. The other great thing is it actually incorporates ChatGPT in it, and you can actually write posts in this Pager tool and then post them directly. And that's one of the next best features. This is an automated scheduling tool for LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. I don't know if they've integrated on Instagram yet. You can basically get all this information, create posts, create content, create videos, create job postings, and then schedule it out so you can go on, run your busy day. Okay. So that's a great automated AI tool specifically for the recruiting space. Another one is Hone It. Hone It is an excellent tool that really is focused on creating an excellent streamlined interview process. And Hone It uses AI to transcribe meeting notes, put those meeting notes into summaries, being able to develop descriptions for marketable candidates, developing descriptions using AI for, job postings. Hone It, if you have not checked it out, that's HONEIT, is a great tool to help you more efficiently create an interview process that's going to be streamlined for both your client and your candidate with AI tools to make even that process much more smoother. Now, there's a lot of other tools out there that are specific to the recruiting industry, some that I don't know a ton about, so I'm not going to speak on. But the last tool I'll recommend that always seems to be on the cutting edge of things is always Loxo. Loxo has great data. They've got automated sequences in there for email outreach and just tasking for business development sequences and things like that. It really uses this AI platform to easily identify the candidates within your database. And has some really cool things to do some automated screening and resume screening, things along those lines. So those are the tools that I'd recommend to help you drive more leads for your business. Again, using Bard for doing a little bit of research for both hooks or for companies that are hiring. You can also, tie Bard into Talon for some automated outreach on LinkedIn. You can tie Bard into ChatGPT so that you can create content with some great hooks. And then you can use Pager for your scheduling tool, as well as using Loxo for your kind of traditional ATS and CRM. This is Donnie Gupton. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know below what tools I'm missing. And like I said early on, make sure you subscribe to this channel for the latest and greatest marketing lead generation advice, specifically for recruiters, executive search professionals, and staffing professionals. Donnie Gupton, we'll see you soon.